arrived just on time, as I foretold. For those who are spiritually ignorant, my name is Pearl Abor, and welcome to my show. We like to get a little historically mystical here, and today is no different. Our topic for this episode will be... Oh, what a coincidence! Pearl Harbor. The Pearl Harbor attack by the Japanese on December 7th, 1941 was the biggest reason for the U.S. to finally enter World War II on December 11th of the same year. The U.S.'s involvement in the war up until that point had been trade with the countries on the Allied side. This is actually one of the things that angered Japan. When the U.S. ceased their oil trade with Japan, they had to figure out another place to get the oil they needed to fuel the war effort. Ha! Fuel. Get it? However, raiding the British Malaya or the Dutch East Indies would have certainly required the U.S. to strike back. If the Japanese struck the U.S. first, though, they would hopefully be too distracted to strike back against them and go further into the isolationism that they had put into place after World War I. With oil secured and the U.S. dealt with, the Axis powers would be all closer to winning the war and spreading the Japanese empire all over Asia and eventually the rest of the world. This, of course, did not end up going as planned. While the attack itself went without a hitch, Admiral Ishiroku Yamamoto discreetly dispatched 6 fleet carriers across the 1,000 miles. They then launched the aircraft carrying the bombs on the Sunday morning. Japanese planes destroyed and or damaged 19 U.S. warships and 300 aircraft and killed over 2,400 U.S. servicemen. However, the U.S. did not react to this attack in the way that they planned. It was almost as if many citizens were already campaigning for America to enter the war, and FDR himself said that the U.S. wouldn't enter the war if they themselves weren't attacked first. The Japanese were already a people that many Americans disliked because, pre-civil rights America. This has led a lot of conspiracy theories as to what truly happened to cause the Pearl Harbor attacks. One of the biggest ones was the military or the president, or whoever the conspirator wants to blame about this attack before it happened, just so happened to let the attack happen so America could enter the war. Mr. President, we just intercepted a message that the Japanese are going to bomb Hawaii! Oh, that's no good. Where? Pearl Harbor? Wait, that has military we actually care about. I'm gonna have to make a statement about this, aren't I? Maybe not. You know how much we want to enter the war, but promise that we wouldn't unless we were provoked? Yes, but what's your point? If we just let them, we would have a venue to enter the war without half the country getting mad. We could also dump that giant, almost country-destroying bomb over the citizens, even though they only attacked our military. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I knew there was a reason I kept you around. So I'm getting a raise? Of course not. We're still in a depression, remember? Of course, Mr. President. Well, of course, this isn't the only conspiracy theory involving Pearl Harbor, but it is the most famous. Many other theorists involving the attacks tend to stem from the notion that the new U.S. knew about the bombing before it even happened. But this does lead to more extreme ones. Did you hear that the president may have known about the Pearl Harbor bombings before they happened? Yes, and it proves my theory that the entire government is secretly lizard people sent to bring about the end of the world. What? Pearl Harbor was a devastating attack for many people, and when something on that grand of scale happens, of course people will want something even more sinister to be at fault. But the truth is, sometimes the world is an awful place, full of people that have less than great military strategy. The only thing you can truly rely on is my fortune telling. I'm Pearl Harbor, and thank you for watching Historical Mysteries and Theories.